Hello, this is Carson Cook, your CSO Pro, and welcome to the channel. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you won't miss any of our future uploads. Enjoy the video.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are out there, and welcome back to the CSO Pro. And again, my name is Carson Cook, and today, guys, we're going to be talking about a very, very cool thing in sales, and it's something that's kind of overlooked, especially for sales professionals that tend to be a little bit lazy and that kind of stuff. But guys, we're going to be talking today about our first list. Now, what is our first list? It's called the first list. And it's where you get your leads. Now, the biggest issue with sales, right, or the biggest problems in sales is where do you get your leads? If you're fortunate enough to work with a company that provides you with a lot of leads, your first list is still extremely valuable and very, very important to get your feet wet in whatever industry that you're going into, or one that you've already approached and never thought of. But even if you're an experienced sales professional and you worked in an industry for a very, very long time, when you actually haven't touched your first list or the definition of the first list, it's something that you definitely need to do. If you're new and you're going into an industry, whether you're working in insurance, you're working in car sales, whether you're working in multi-level marketing or direct sales or face-to-face communication or over the phone, whatever product that you're selling, your first list is very, very, very important. Now, what is your first list? Now, your first list is after you go through training with your company, or you deal with corporate training, you read a book, you do this, whatever you happen to do. Your first list is going to be a list of very close connections that you can make. Now, the close connections can start off with, first off, friends and family, right? So friends and family can be the first part of that list, and you're going to write that out. No matter if you're selling something that you love selling, whether it's cars or merchant services or an insurance, that is going to be the place that you start. Even if you're sitting at your desk and you happen to be fortunate enough to receive appointments that are set by an inside sales department or outside sales department or whatever, you're still going to need to start with your first list, and we're going to tell you why that's so important. Okay, that first list, you basically take and you write at the top, you write your first list. This is the first list, okay, and you're going to write out all the friends and family members that aunts and uncles, cousins, people that you met at the last party that that are very close to you, friends or family, close connections. Think about this can be everybody, and you're not going to hit all of these people up. You're just going to make that list because it's very important up here. Okay, first your mom, your dad, your brothers, your sisters, their kids, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles. That's family. Then you're going to make a list of friends. Okay, so who do you go out with? Who do you who do you actually hang out with on the weekend? Who do you do stuff with here? Who do you do this here? Who do you know that you used to hang out with? People that you have on Facebook, friends that you have on Instagram that you regularly communicate with, friends that you haven't really talked to for a long time that you can find on Facebook. And you make that list, and it's going to be a very big list. Then, after that, the next category that you're going to write out is going to be places that you do business at, that you actually have a standing relationship with. So, for example, the place I buy gas at, I'm very good friends with the gas station attendant that I know very well, right? And we talk and we do this, and now I know his kids' names. I've been going there for years. So, and you're going to put that person down. When you write out this list, okay, first off, of friends, then family, family, then friends, then places of doing business, you're going to have a massive contact list. Now, then what you do, or what I used to do, guys, is very important, is I'd go through and really think about the connection of each one of those or each one of those people on that list. Think about the connection that you have with them. It's pretty easy to justify your brother's connection or your mom's connection, but you're going to think about certain scenarios where your product could fit in there, whether it's selling to your brother, your mom, your dad, your uncle, your nephew. How could the product benefit them? How could you approach that situation, and when could you do it? So all those things. Now, why do we want to do this? We'll talk about that in a sec. Why do we really want to make this first list? I mean, Carson, I have these leads that they slap on my desk. They give me appointments. Why would I want to use this list? Well, we'll talk about that in a second, but this is going to attribute to this, guys. You need to go through, even so that when you get deeper in the list to your friends, close friends, you think, could this product really benefit my friends? Period. I mean, is there a positive side to this? And if you say yes, then you're going to think, how? How could this benefit the guy that I know that I play golf with? I mean, really? How will I bring it up in conversation? How will I kind of speak about it? How will I pitch it? How will I put the personal element into it? Okay, and it's going to help you to take that list and actually write it out. So, take 2 or 3 notes per name. Now, it sounds like it's going to take you a long time, and it probably is. But that's a gold mine of opportunities in sales, and it's very important when you're first starting in an industry or you're first starting with a new product to basically kill your learning curve. You need to kill your learning curve. It doesn't need to take you 2 weeks to make your first sale. It could literally take you the same day after you get out of training and you get in front of a couple customers and you get your feet wet and you kind of know what you're doing, you should be able to make a sale off your first list, okay? And like we said, we're gonna talk about why. And the reason why is that the rapport factor is already built, okay? And that is probably the most important part of every sale is the rapport. 150%, everybody will tell you that, is that people don't buy products from people that they don't know. They buy the person first and then they buy the product. Now, if we're talking about Walmart, when you go in and you grab a can of beans and it says $4.99, you're buying a product, yes, but that's marketing, that's not sales. The definition of marketing is completely different than sales, and it should be, in my book, and I honestly think there should be college courses on teaching people communication and sales, because they're completely different than that and marketing. Sales is face-to-face communication, it's psychology, it's dealing with customers and clients. And the best psychological rapport that you have is with people that are very close to you. Now, you don't want to bother them and you don't want to ruin a relationship. And if you think you're going to ruin a relationship, okay, by selling them a product that you don't believe in, then yeah, that's what's going to happen. But if you really, truly, honestly believe in your product, whether it's water softener pellets that you work for, that you sell to a company, all the way up to, Boeing airplanes. If you have a book or a client list, obviously if you're put in that position, you're going to have a client list of people that you probably know or you have to build up some rapport with. But at the end of the day, that's going to be your first list. Those are going to be the people that you have rapport already out the door. So now you have to think about how you're going to approach them and how you're going to put that in there in a personal situation. And if you're very empathetic and you say, look, man, I know, I work for this company and I know I sell for them, and I'm not trying to just get a sale. I really think I love this product. I went through the brochure, I went through training, I did this and this. You need this. I think you need this. This is going to benefit you. Obviously we can give you a little bit of a discount or we can help you out, but I'm not using this opportunity to sell to you, but I really truly believe that this product will help you and it will help your family. And it's something that we need to sit down and talk about. So I know we're doing personal stuff right now, but let's grab a coffee. Let's go hang out. Let's talk about it. Or, let me shoot you a call and, uncle whatever, and the other far side of the country, and say, look, I'm not going to talk to you about it right now, but let's actually set a time when you can sit down in a chair and you can get on the front of the computer here, and I can work with you through this, because at the end of the day, it's something very, very honest, very cool. I love this product. I think you're going to benefit from it. But that first list will actually make you feel a lot more easy, because you can screw up your sale. If you just got a training, you're afraid to screw up. That's the biggest failure, guys. You don't need to be worried about screwing up. But what you need to do is, when you do screw up, you need to find out what you did wrong. And criticize yourself on what you did wrong and how can you improve. Not like this isn't working or I didn't do a good job, but you need to kind of self-criticize. But back to that point, that's why the first list is so important. So if you take on a new sales position, or you go work for a new company selling a new product or a new industry, and they slap leads on your desk, or they say, I'm going to give you appointments, like we're going to set you with appointments, you're going to go in and you're going to sell that deal. That's super, super, super important, but it's not as important as your first list. While you get your feet wet with those leads, the people that you've never talked to, or the people that are even hot leads. So even if you're sitting in the inside sales department and 3 other people have talked to them, and then you're the closer and they still turn them to you and you're closing deals, that first list is still a gold mine, because half the work is already done for you. The rapport is built up, and you can get 5 to 10 to 15 to 25 sales out of it just like that. And that's going to help give you your commission and the money that you need to learn, or give you time. The more deals you sell, the more time you have to learn. And when you're going through a learning curve and you're trying to kill that learning curve, that's the most important part, is you need time, and you need to work your ass off. You need to get out there. You need to, learn from your mistakes. But it's okay if you make mistakes with your first list, because you're already on a personal connection. And if you truly believe in your product, okay, it shouldn't matter who you're selling it to. If it's a great product, I'll sell it to my own mom. But if it's not a good product, then you might want to look at the industry that you're working in, or not even the industry, but if it's not a good product, you might want to look at the product that you're selling, see if there's something else there that could benefit them. And if it doesn't benefit them, don't sell it to them. But at the end of the day, that value of the first list is so important to get you off the ground, to help you sell those deals, that a lot of people don't do it. Especially in direct sales, guys. Direct sales, they teach you to make your first list. But your first list is valuable in any sales industry that you work in. Anytime that you're going to be dealing with selling, whether it's this or that, door-to-door sales, over the phone, your first list is gold. So please make sure, guys, when you're out there, have fun selling, but get on that first list. If you haven't done it now, turn this video off, get your piece of paper out right now, make that first list. Again, thanks a lot for tuning into the CSO Pro. I'll talk with you soon.